Okay, so I sat down today to work on drum and bass, and I put my fingers on an instrument that we already had in the track, started playing some notes, and was like, that's a cool idea. And then I spent an hour making a different idea. This is basically the intro to a drum and bass track. I think it's cool. It doesn't have any drum and bass elements. Right now, it really could really be any track, but I'm hearing it like a metric pendulum type of sound. So I'll just play it through, and you could tell me, or walk you through the elements of it in a second. And then some more of those chords, and this would be kind of the build section into the first drop being here. This is the first idea. This is the thing I sat down and played. I thought that was a really cool little riff. We have this exact instrument in our other drum and bass track right now. It's got this shaper box on it that we built. It's got this tremolo effect going on. That's only kind of affecting the upper end. It's leaving the low end low. Oh, that's what's giving it that effect. If I turn this off, it's just... which isn't that bad either. There's a little bit of this at points there are kind of like three notes happening in this piece, and this particular synth I built I modified off of a preset to only have two voices, so it kind of creates a little bit of like a funky kind of like articulation and kind of glitching between notes when you have more than one going on, and it kind of doesn't know what to do, and it's just taking the most recent voice more seriously. But I like that. And then the next thing that I came up with was this. Together. This is a patch, yeah, it's just literally just called Alone. It's in the pad section. This is on the thin setting. I didn't modify it at all. Thought it sounded really good. Had kind of a natural reverb to it, and those two rhythms with the kind of the 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 going up against the really hard 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and was a really nice contrast. And then this is kind of our classic little falling sound that we've built in Alchemy many times. Just one thing kind of going down a long path. This is not the correct synth. I was like, why does none of this make any sense? This one here, yeah, just a one simple falling note. You've seen this before. If you've watched the channel, we just have it this one messenger envelope or automating the cutoff and the volume. Those three things combine well with our classic Miles Away riser here. Creates a nice little transition. I added this little beginning effect. This is the last thing I added just to kind of give us some way to get in. These are both default presets in Logic, and this Flow Impact is pretty cool because it's got this long tail where it kind of builds up, and so I automated it to send to a reverb, which is this Valhalla Supermassive fully wet mix. This is just literally on the splashy synth preset, nothing fancy going on there, and just have it automate in at the end, so it actually has a tail instead of cutting off as it hands off to the Miles Away riser and then to our white noise falling sound there. And then kind of the real magic of this piece, I think, is here where two things happen. One, this pad, again, didn't modify this at all. This is a default patch in Alchemy set to, it's called Altruistic Deception. It's set to the textured setting. I just have some notes come in over the course of it. That one's great. And then this Astrofunk bass sound is really cool. which this one we're doing a little bit of modulation on. Didn't do anything other than grab the default sound for that and then put some chroma glow and some overdrive on it, and then we automate the gain here to increase, which just increases what's going through those distortions. The chroma glow here set to, I haven't turned back down for that note there. This retro tube colorful setting, and the overdrive is wide open with the drive at 18. And it creates just a nice rumble. I'm curious what this sounds like on any other system than just these headphones, but that impact, like some of the low in here we'd probably have the hi-hats kick in, and then I really want a break beat coming down through this of like having like a filter sweep coming down through it, but I don't have any good break beats right now, and I need to do some research. Maybe tomorrow that's what I'll do. I have a travel day tomorrow, and making music usually works pretty well on travel days, but I might spend some time in the airport just researching how do I make break beats, where do I get break beats. Maybe Splice is the right answer here. Splice is probably the easiest way to answer this with money, but I'd love to figure out a way to like do those myself. Yeah, that's all I made today. Nothing about this, again, is actually drum and bass. I tried just adding a drum groove in here, and it sounded bad. So figuring out what I'm going to do about drums. Drums continue to be a problem with the drum and bass stuff. But yep, that's all I got done today. We'll continue to solve those problems as we move forward. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow.